Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to the Monday morning meeting of the BOCC. We'll just get right in the agenda items. Jessica.
Good morning, Jessica Warren, Human Resources. I do not have any HR requests this morning, but I do have a few items that fall under executive session for collective bargaining and performance of a public employee. For the end.
For the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have anything for me, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Risk management. Till I see him pop up. How about we just do budget then? What? Till he pops up. Oh, there he is. Sorry. Oh, he was.
Staying up here.
There he is.
Good morning, Jeremy Austin.
Good morning.
I would like to say that I'm just reviewing a pretty large list of candidates for the analyst position that you allowed me to open, preparing a dashboard for future report outs, and I'm in the process of renewing our workers' comp excess insurance and determining a recommendation on the admin billing for our security services for next year.
Okay.
That's all I have at this time.
Okay. Any questions? Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Okay, Kathy Funk Baxter, Finance Director. I don't have a lot to report. We're working on finalizing the budgets, and we're also working with different special districts to collect their certified budgets because those are coming up for presentation to the commissioners and their levies. So that's something we're working on a lot this week. So that's all I have, really. Any questions for me?
I don't see any.
Okay.
Thank you. Corrections.
Good morning, Marin Fox, Director of Corrections. Our population this morning was 221 with 53 bookings over the 3-day weekend. Our average bookings are around 17 a day, which is quite a bit up from last year, but not quite to 2019. I don't have a lot other to report on population staffing. We have 4 new officers in training right now. We have 4 officers off with medical conditions, 1 officer off on military leave, and 3 positions still open. So staffing is a struggle right now, but when we get the 4 out of training, it'll help somewhat. We've not been able to predict or prepare for the number of medical issues we've been having with people off for long periods of time. So that's made it tough.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't have anything to report otherwise unless there are questions.
The coroner's report about the 1 death came out natural causes. So
Correct. I haven't seen the autopsy report or the full death investigation. When I do, I'll be able to report more information. I know as much as you read in the paper at this point. I was out of the office last week at a conference.
Okay.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Thank you. IT.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kim Hort, IT Director. Last week, Commissioner Mortensen inquired about the personalized addresses and contacts into the Cisco system. You can do that through the user self portal. Once we get the certificates and everything online, you'll be able to key in. There isn't a mass import from my understanding, but you can do it online, which is a lot easier than trying to do it on the phone.
Right. So is that available now?
It is not. We're still getting
Got it.
certificates issued for that site.
And that might be available in a couple of weeks max or something like that?
I can follow up with you. Lance is working on the certificate and I haven't
Okay,
heard an
thank you.
update on that yet. Continuing on the phone upgrade system, we are now working on the analog phones. The jail has been cleaned up and moved over, so we have decommissioned our first Avaya gateway. So that was kind of an accomplishment last week for the team. And then we're gearing up for our eFax solution. We are deploying a new ticketing system. It will be housed within our asset management system, saving the county about $9,500 a year. And then we rolled out Teams officially to where
Kim, I'm sorry, you said ticketing. The word ticket is used in a multiple different
Sure.
meanings. So what do you?
a
what are you
work
talking-
order system for IT requests.
Oh, IT work orders. Okay, thanks.
And how does that save us the 9,000?
We already have the software that we're using for asset management. So rather than using this other third-party application system, everything will be in line and all on one system. So there won't be that additional renewal, which is $9,500 a year.
So we had paid it the previous year, but we won't be paying it going forward.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
And another decommissioned software that we're not renewing is GoToMeeting. We have deployed Teams. And then Aaron Briggs has been successfully working with departments to set up channels where needed. And that GoToMeeting virtual meeting platform licensing savings will be $6,200 a year.
I can't remember the last time I even used GoToMeeting. But Team, yes, and Zoom. Yeah.
Yes. And that is it, unless there's questions from the board.
Anything interesting to report? Like how are we doing on access to the internet? Do we have all the bandwidth that we need?
Lance is working on our IPv6. So we are working with Astound to get the right range of IP addresses. So that conversation took place last week and going up to a 2 gig is my understanding. So we're looking to have more bandwidth.
Okay, I didn't realize the IP address was tied to the bandwidth, is it?
It's related to our ISP, our internet service provider. So in order for us to move forward on the IPv6, Lance is working on the IP addresses along with bumping up our bandwidth.
Just off the top of your head, what do we pay ballpark for internet access in the county functions?
That one is kind of interesting because we have dark fiber. So between our buildings, we have our own connectivity. And then for Astound, I would have to follow up with you on exactly our pricing because we pay for the poles. So like running our fiber up the poles, and that is about $1,600 a year. And then I believe there's also costs with WATEC, and that's like $220 a month. So to get you some fair numbers, I would have to go back and pull that for you.
Yeah, I was sort of just looking for, I appreciate what you said. I was looking just for, like, are we in the 50,000 a year bracket or the 150,000?
It's below 50,000 for sure.
I'm sorry?
It's below 50,000 for sure. Is that what you said?
I didn't understand what you said, sorry.
So you threw out some numbers.
Yeah, overall, if we did not pay this amount of dollars, we would have no access to the outside internet.
Correct.
And I'm looking for what that dollar number is, and I was guessing it would be somewhere around 100K or more.
I don't think it's that much, but let me get you an actual number and I'll circle back with you.
Okay, thank you.
You had said not more than 50, right? 50,
50. yeah.
50,000, okay.
Oh, that's the part I didn't hear. Okay, yeah.
But to get you that actual number, I can circle back.
Yeah, a number plus or minus maybe 10% is perfectly fine. I just like to know order of magnitude of things.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Kim. You miscellaneous? Karen, when you're part of the exec sessions, that's what we're doing? Okay. Any miscellaneous before we go into executive session? What do you need for time, Jessica? For both collective bargaining and performance of a,
Yeah, the collective bargaining performance. So, start with bargaining.
okay. So we'll have an executive session for collective bargaining and for performance of a public employee. We're estimating about 30 minutes. Wow, you're quick, Bailey. Back from executive session, no decisions were made. Jessica?
Hello again, Jessica Warren, Human Resources. I have some requests from the auditor's office. The first request is to fill a new position of staff accountant at, same thing I didn't write down, at salary grade 500. And then to reclassify the senior accountant to chief accountant at salary grade 575. To reclass the accounting manager to comptroller at 600. And then a request from Office of Administrative Services to add a new position of finance manager at salary grade 575.
Move that we approve the recommendations from HR as described for the auditor's office. But I do have one question. Do we also have to create the Office of Comptroller? I know we've had it in the past, but we haven't.
What? I don't understand.
Well, your recommendation was to hire a comptroller.
No, this is just to reclass the accounting manager to comptroller.
But we have to create the comptroller position, don't we, or do we?
No, it's just a reclassification and job title. So it's a promotion.
So we've always had that job.
No.
I think you might be remembering that in a previous employee, the auditor's office did have a comptroller. That was the.
Right,
title.
right.
And then when that position moved to a different position in admin services.
Yeah.
We lessened the pay and the title in the auditor's office. So it did once exist in the auditor's office. It went upstairs. And now we're asking to basically restore that structure.
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't aware of that
Okay.
previous position.
Something about institutional knowledge, I guess.
Yes.
Which is code for being old. I don't know.
Okay, we have a,
Did I mishear you included a finance manager in there?
A finance manager in the Office of Administrative Services.
That was included in your request,
Correct, yes.
right?
so that's all part of it, yeah. Okay. Call for the vote. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I also vote aye.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Any miscellaneous for this 10 a.m. meeting? Okay, we will adjourn the 10 a.m.